So we're going over Austin Reaves playing off 2 feet when he gets in the lane. This is something that all players should have in their game. Simple basketball, fundamental basketball. When you play off 2, you're not forced to make a decision like you are when you play off 1, right? When you jump off 1 foot when you get in the lane, you have to either shoot it, pass it, or do whatever you do with it. So I'll let this clip run through, and we'll go through it. All right. Obviously, this isn't the cleanest play, but we could definitely learn something from it. All right, so we'll slow it down, half speed. So he does a good job, first of all, side note, he does a good job of getting out and creating space, right? If he were to just stand right here, he's clogging up the lane. We want him as far away as he can, stretch out that defense as much as he can. If Gafford follows him out, Stanley would have had a layup, right? So he's in the corner. Stanley does a good job playing off 2, right? He doesn't jump off 1, he doesn't make a decision, he doesn't jump pass. Gets it, pump fakes, has a bigger defender on him, Denny. Denny is what, 6'9"? Bigger defender. Austin is getting bumped off his line as he's getting in the lane, but he does a good job of staying down off 2, right? He pump fakes, steps through, may have slid his foot. But here's the thing. If we're watching it, right, and let's say he gets here and he goes 1, 2, and he gets to that 1, 2. Look where Denny's at. Look, he's completely engulfing him, right? He's over him. It's an easy block, right? So by Austin Reaves playing off 2, when he gets in the lane, right? He gets both feet planted. Now he has a decision of what he can do. If he were to jump off 1, he has to do something. Here, he could do, he can use pump fakes like he did, an array of footwork like he is. He pump fakes. He steps that outside foot in, does the Devin Williams step through, gets the foul. There's 2 things that when I watched a bunch of Austin Reaves clips that I picked up on immediately. The first one is obviously playing off 2 feet, oftentimes when he gets in the lane. He doesn't do it every time, but he does a good job of it. And 2 is his fearlessness when going at shot blockers, when going at defenders, when it comes to creating contact. I'll let this clip run through, and then we'll go through it. All right, so we're starting out the video with 2 clips of fouls, but obviously there's something good in them. That's why I picked them. First off, comes off the DHO, right? Let's slow it down. Gives a little. Look how they're playing. He's sagging all the way back. Austin Reaves reads that right off the rip. So he gets into it, and look at that little hesitation. He wants to see if he can get him up in the air. He's so far back that hesitation at that point really doesn't do too much, obviously. But he does it for that purpose. Try to get any advantage at all points. So he takes 1 dribble, he goes behind the back. One thing I want to go through with this behind the back is look when he changes direction. Right foot starts to behind the back. Then as that left foot comes around, the ball's coming back around. It's kind of like this Luka. There's 2 ways to do the behind the back that I've always, you could do outside foot if he were to plant the outside foot first and then the inside foot, which is a little wider with the cross. But this is something I like when we go inside foot, change direction, other foot plants, and he gets downhill. But look at, so as soon as he off arm, right, may have been an offensive foul, but look at his hands, right? He's swiping his hands off as soon as he gets down the lane. He's trying to get all the space he can. He's not afraid of contact. But look how he attacks the rim. He goes straight at it. He's trying to dunk on you. That's how you get the foul, right? If you're floating it or you're trying to, Steph Curry, high lay, or, if you're going away from the contact, you're not going to get the foul. But Austin Reaves oftentimes gets the foul, and you'll see it in this video because he goes straight at the defenders. No fear. Here's a different style. He's playing as the screener. Oftentimes you see this because you have Russ and LeBron handling the ball a lot, but he's great because when the defense messes up, he has the ability to shoot the mid-range, short floaters, as opposed to a big who really is only at the rim. So I'll let this clip run through, and then we'll go through it. All right, pretty simple stuff here. Austin sets the screen, right, and he's immediately finding the ball. There's two ways. You can open up. If we were to have Russ come off the screen, and let's say he keeps this right foot planted and he brings this left foot inside and opens up to the ball, or he can fully just turn all the way around. Ideally, Russ is on this side. On a normal ball screen, he's dribbling off. He's turning around, right, bringing that left foot across this way, and then getting his head to Russ. But Austin Reaves does a good job because he feels Kispert pressing out. Russ does a good job of being able to read it. I don't know if this is a set play based on how they play. The Wizards play defense, or how they switch, but they see that he comes all the way out, trying to get the hedge, trying to check Russ as he comes off. So immediately, Austin Reaves dives to the rim, right? He finds the ball. As soon as he catches it, eyes get around, he sees a shot blocker coming. Ball fake, ball's above his head, right? He's playing off two. He doesn't go immediately up 1-2. He doesn't jump off one. He's not immediately. He's patient. He's incredibly patient in the lane. He's not athletic by any means, but he's also not the most athletic guard there is. So he has to use pump fakes and footwork. Pump fakes, gets him up in the air, puts the ball down, dribble inside hand, right? Inside hand right there, because we don't know if this guy is going to sell out on the opposite side and try to jump over Austin Reaves and try to block it with the left hand. If this were a bigger guard, that would be more probable. Austin Reaves does a good job of getting to the inside hand, keeping it away from the shot blocker, who likely is going to jump on the outside and try to sell out. He gets the lay. Here's the next clip. Austin Reaves, another thing he does really well is read coming off ball screens. He knows how to flare. He knows how to fade. He knows when to curl. He knows when to stop behind the screen, but that's a topic for another video. So I'll let this clip run through, then we'll go over it. I got a lot of fouls in here, but I like what he does in these clips. So first off, right, we'll start off. He does a good job of stepping right behind the screen, right? He sees that there's a gap. He sees that his man is likely trying to get under. Immediately, he steps right behind the screen. If he were to flare, he's going straight to Zaire Williams' zone, right? If he were to come up higher, then this defender has an easier time, has an easier angle, is closer to being able to close out. So he steps right in that gap between this area and this area, which is right behind the screener, right? So that's the first off. So he catches it. We'll go half speed. He catches it, bigger guard, Zaire Williams, 6'8", long defender, jabs, gets him off balance a little bit, gets in the lane. Look at his hand, swiping down on that off arm, right? We always swipe down on the off arm. We don't want the defender to be able to have a hand check on us ever. But look what he does. As he puts that dribble down, look at that change in angle he does. He's going, look at his body. He's going straight. Looks like he's going to go straight to the sideline. And immediately, boom, he gets downhill right there. He sticks the ball out. James Harden, when you stick it out and you got a tight grip, they're going to swipe down on it. And you're going to get the foul. Stick it out into the defender. Make the contact. Let's go slow motion. Stick it out into the defender. Get that foul. And one. Finish the lay. Let's let the clip run through, and we'll go through it. Common theme, right? If you guys don't see it, the topic of this video is the ability to create contact, and the other topic of this video is playing off two. But we're focusing on him creating contact because as a guard, when you get into a lane, if you're not raising up over the guys, when you're not dunking on dudes, really, you got to be able to create contact. So Austin Reaves catches the ball on skip, right? Andre Iguodala closing out. Immediately, feet ready to go downhill. He sees, look how he starts to move before. He sees him in the corner of his eyes. He sees that Andre Iguodala is running straight at him. Look how far he has to run from. He's running from all the way in the lane. There's no way he's going to be able to run in front of him, right, and completely cut him off, right? So look, he's already stepped down, right? So Austin gets downhill. Let's go quarter speed. Gets downhill. Go straight into him. Look at that shoulder, right? We're not going downhill and letting him push us. We're not taking that wide angle. We're trying to get straight to the rim. Straight to the rim. And because he dips his shoulder right there, he gets the swipe down. Ref calls a foul. Austin hits the float. You know the drill. All right. Something I really like on this clip. A few things I like. So it's a different scenario. Transition. Catches it. LeBron running the lane. Right. So he catches the ball. Gets on the lane. Puts it down. And I want you to see this little slight hesitation he does, right? He's just that split second is allowing him to read. Where does he want to go? Boom, his feet are, Kenyon Martin Jr.'s feet are, KJ Martin, his feet are planted. They're flat. He's flat footed. He's not going to be able to move. He's not going to be able to catch up. But the thing specifically I want us to focus on with Austin in this clip is look at how long the second step is. So he takes 1, 2, right? Do you see how much longer that step is? 1, 2. We're thinking he's planting it down there, right? But look how much that extra bit. Look at Martin jumping. Look how early he jumps. He jumps before he's even before Austin Reaves is even taking it up for the layup, right? So that long step just off times the shot blocker in this scenario. One long step, gets the foul, goes to the free throw line.